Hello, friends. Welcome or welcome back. Don't know what that was. Welcome or welcome back. Today I'm here to talk to you about self-care and how I practice self-care. It can look different for everybody, and it should look different for everybody because not everything is going to work for every single person. Whether you be on the autism spectrum, have ADHD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, something else, completely neurotypical, no matter who you are, you're gonna have different needs from probably everybody else in the room. That's fine. What self-care looks like in my world personally is a lot of budgeting of time in particular. If I do not take time for myself, if I don't have an entire day in my week where nobody else asks anything of me, I won't be able to run at full capacity. For me personally, I work part-time in a job that can sometimes be physically demanding, but is mostly just really fun. If I work more than 3 days in that job during a week and don't schedule enough time for myself before going back, I'm not going to be able to perform my tasks as easily the next week because I won't have fully recharged my battery before going back into the work environment. And everybody's gonna need different amounts of time to recharge because depending on what kind of phone you have, your battery might last longer or like an hour or it might run all day. Depending on how much you use your phone, yada yada yada, what your needs are. This is all a very long-winded way of me saying that you should look into the spoon theory if you don't know what that is. And if you do know what it is, people are walking around and working with different numbers of spoons. If you want to have as many spoons as... Just dropped my phone. Sorry, Sadie. If you want to have as many spoons as possible the next day, you want to give your spoons time to recharge, man. So when it comes to figuring out what self-care looks like in your world, you have to ask yourself and be honest with yourself in your answer. What do I want? What do I need? Let's actually switch those two around. What do I need and what do I want? And is there a way to get both of those things? And let's figure out how to make that happen, baby. In your day-to-day life, are you acting from a place of what you need and want? Or are you acting from a place of what is expected of you and what you think people around you want? What I have found for me personally to be the easiest way to lift weight off of my shoulders is to live my life as if I'm the main character, as if I'm the person who matters in... Like, at the end of the day, am I doing what is best for myself? And not in a selfish way. Am I being who I am? Or am I being who people expect me to be and want me to be? If it's the latter, let's start taking steps towards you living for you. Because that is truly, like, the ultimate form of self-care. Caring about yourself. Caring for yourself means putting your needs first when you can and when it's reasonable to, and learning what's reasonable for you personally. It's not bubble baths and expensive skincare products, although those can help. Your skin is the largest organ on your body, and you should take care of it. You only have one face. If you spend your entire life being stressed out and don't moisturize until you're 27. That's how those wrinkles happen, kids. I'm not apologizing for them, by the way. That is just how it happened. And I have dry skin all around my face because I have human skin on my face. And that makes it beautiful skin because it is human skin. Don't apologize for having a breakout or wrinkles or anything, by the way. You're perfect how you are because... you are how you are. Self-care is literally taking care of yourself, whether that be making sure you drink enough water as she sips her coffee, or eat enough food, or use the washroom enough. Yes, people forget. Executive functions are hard for some of us. Many of us here on this channel. Welcome. Self-care is making sure that you brush your teeth often enough. Self-care is making sure that your space is maintained, livable for you, whatever that looks like, whether it be clutter or minimalist queen. Figure out what you like and what helps you to thrive, and then find a way to stick to that. For me personally, like I said, it's a lot of budgeting time to make sure that I have enough time for me to recharge so I can continue to do the things I need to do and want to do. Actually spend time with my loved ones, in whatever way is legal. And speaking of which, we're all having a hard time right now. No matter who you are, you might be a little bit stressed out. So you have to take care of yourself. And I think it's important for people to start understanding that you are an entire person all on your own. You are not your surroundings. You are not your social status. You are not your belongings. You are not the people that you surround yourself with. You are you. And that's so sick. And you gotta do what you gotta do to take care of you. And something I do to take care of me is, it has taken just over a year of really hard work. But I've tried to become a more accepting person. Like, okay, this is how it is. That's how it's gonna be. We will work with that until the circumstances change. Becoming adaptable, I guess, which is something we've all had to do over the last year. One way I've been taking care of myself recently is, if it's not mine, I don't want it. Trying to go with the flow. Depression and being depressed sucks, but you still have to feed yourself, and you still have to function as a human. As good as it can feel sometimes in the moment to just curl up and ignore the world. Realistically, you can't always do that. A way that I've been taking care of that within myself is forming habits and routines, and that comes along with a lot of paperwork. I have Google Docs of a content schedule, so everything I have to do for the internet is on a schedule that I have on my phone. And I just have lists and diagrams, and maybe I'll insert some footage of the ways that I try to keep myself organized. But I use a planner every single day, an agenda, just like in elementary school, only I actually use it now as an adult. Another way I take care of myself is by making sure that my meds are stocked and ready to go before they run out, because there's nothing worse than running out of your meds and not being able to bring yourself to go and refill them. Where are my SSRI guys at? Hey! Another way I've been taking care of myself is by keeping my hands and mind busy, because my mind is kind of always going and processing my trauma rapidly these days, which is great, but it's also exhausting, like physically exhausting. When I'm at work, it's hard to shut that off, so I have to mask it, and that's really hard. Something I've been doing is I got some little wireless earbuds for, I think it was $20. They were on sale, and I put one in, and I usually have my hair down at work. I work in retail, so I don't want customers to think I'm being rude. I just have a podcast going in one ear quietly so that I can focus on that between socializing, interacting with people on the floor. And it has been very helpful. 2 weeks in a row now I haven't had to leave early. So if it works, it works. Keep yourself stimulated in whatever way you need. Medicate yourself. Okay. Don't self-medicate. But like, if you have meds, take them. And if they aren't working, try to bring yourself to speak to your doctor about it. I need to find a new family doctor in this city. Adult life is hard, but you know what? We make it work, because that's all there is. A way that I practice self-care is by giving myself a little bit of tough love. As Nike says, just do it. You just have to do it. And it's hard, and it's impossible, and it sucks, and you just have to force yourself to live. And some days you can't. But on the days that you can, you have to do it to form the habit and to rewrite the pathways in your brain. It's really hard and impossible at first, and maybe you don't even get out of bed for 3 days, but you tell yourself, I'm gonna get out of bed today. Eventually, you will have the strength and motivation again to get out of bed. And not because you're telling yourself, I'm gonna get out of bed today. That's not how it works. But just stick with it, and when the time comes that you're able to, you gather enough momentum and get yourself out of bed. This is all like a metaphor, whether it be like leaving the house to go get groceries, going for a walk, feeding yourself, blah, 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 blah. Once you're finally able to do it, it feels really, really good. And then you're able to remember how good it feels to take care of yourself. And then that makes it easier to do it next time. Anyway, I hope this video was somewhat helpful. That's how I take care of myself. A lot of budgeting, a lot of paperwork, and a lot of keeping to myself. And I'm lucky to have people in my life who understand that when I disappear, it's not about them at all. It is entirely about me, just for that period of time. And then it can be about whoever it needs to be about again the next day. But in order to function at as close to full capacity as possible, I need to be horizontal for 12 hours. If I work at 10 o'clock the next morning, I'm in bed by 10 o'clock that night, usually even earlier. It takes me a little while to wind down, and my sleep is usually kind of scattered and broken, and that's just what works for me. And if it doesn't work for people in my life, it's not about them. It's about me living my life. So if I need to be horizontal for 12 hours in order to function for the next 12 hours, that's what I need. And I'm gonna do that because I love myself and I want myself to thrive. Or at least, be okay-ish. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you would like to become a patron over on Patreon, go for it. And if you'd like to donate to the buddy system, help some service dog handlers get some much needed and well-deserved gear, you can donate on PayPal. There will be links and information down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to be kind to yourself and others today. Take care of yourself. Go drink some water. This is all the coffee I made, so you can trust me. It's water after this. Don't forget to be kind to yourself and others, and I'll see you very soon. I don't remember where I stopped talking. Bye!